Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the TB&J podcast. With me today is Troy Brittingham.
And you're Jeff Ackerman.
And D is with us as well. Hey, buddy.
You're welcome.
And we're covering episode 4, number 4, Quattro of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. And there's a theme song. A theme song? The theme song.
I mean, it is a theme song.
Of all the theme songs in the world, this is definitely one of them.
It's one of them.
I miss Chris.
I don't.
So, on a tangent to that, just because it's funny, Zach Wilson, star rookie quarterback for the New York Jets, is injured, and veteran Joe Flacco, very much washed up.
And Chris
You've
is
heard it
gonna
here,
sub
folks.
in.
You've heard it here. This is what Jeffrey thinks of the episode. He doesn't care at all of She-Hulk.
Tangent to
episode
Joe
4.
Flacco. Joe Flacco
and I
is
immediately dare reroute his own podcast.
Joe Flacco is starting against the Ravens in Week 1, and I was listening to a ESPN podcast report, and they were like, of all the quarterbacks currently in the NFL, Joe Flacco is one of them. And they said it very earnestly, and it made
That's
me
how
laugh.
it ties
the
in.
podcast.
Yeah, the podcast is dated. That's fine.
I mean, it's episode 4 of She-Hulk, no matter what.
It's also September 8th. God rest the Queen. She has departed us.
She's dead.
All hail King Charles III. God save the King.
He's not problematic at all.
And
none of them
Protector of the realm.
He's not. His brother, though.
I mean, all of them are. He's just his brother's just the worst.
Guys, I just want to take a moment
Yeah.
to
Moment of silence on this audio
to
podcast.
No. I want to take a moment to just savor, finally, the complete victory of the revolution.
I mean, Elizabeth wasn't alive.
It's
Well-
finally over, and we can all be cool now.
Oh, okay.
That's
British,
what actually,
you know what?
That's what all the
It's
divisiveness
It's
was.
time to bridge the gap between us.
We're
and
going to
the
build a
Brits.
bridge all the way to England.
A
It's going to go
a
all the
brick
way across the
bridge.
Pacific
A bridge.
or the Atlantic, whichever one it
bridge.
is.
that sounds
the
very.
pond. They call it the pond.
We're
It
gonna
is
build
the
a bridge and
pond.
make Britain pay for it.
We are going to make Britain pay for it. That is
You
part
know
of
what?
the
Why
deal
don't
because we
go
did
ahead?
win the war.
Why don't we go ahead and give them a Captain Britain? What do you think of that?
It's on us.
What do you think of that?
You're welcome, Britain.
What do you think?
They need it every now.
Listen. A couple months ago, the dollar surpassed the pound or the euro. Was it euro?
pound sterling, because
Yeah.
they divorced themselves from the EU.
So what I posted everywhere that I could and declared everywhere I saw was that it's called soccer now.
Yeah.
It's soccer now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready?
Also, electricity prices have quadrupled in England because of all the bullshit happening in Ukraine, and their separation from the EU was not beneficial in that. So I know a couple people in England that are just like, "What the fuck, man?"
Wow.
Welcome to the Politics Podcast.
Jesus, Barry and Joseph, everybody hates this podcast now. No one is listening now.
Great. Now that you're all gone, She-Hulk episode 4.
Yeah, start here.
You know what I did to this podcast? I did what Disney Plus is doing to She-Hulk.
Hey, so we're starting over again. We're starting over again, and he can cut it to this part. She-Hulk episode 4. Troy, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I always thumbs up on this one.
D, how'd you feel?
I'm gonna be a thumbs up. The more I think about it, I Wongers is the best.
Wongers.
She wins.
It's medicine with a Y and 2 N's, and the Y is not
Now
where you think.
Where is it? Spell it.
Okay, I can do that. It's like, yes, I fucking hope you can spell your name.
I enjoyed her.
Also, no court in the United States is going to let a visibly inebriated woman holding a drink approach the
It's
bench.
superhuman court, and she was clearly superhumanly tolerant to alcohol. That was
There
very
has to be
clear.
one.
That was very clear. She is hanging out with Wong, holding up. She was in a demon dimension for a hot second. Was just I handled it fine. That is a superhuman level of cool.
Her soul may belong to a demon now, but
she's got a Hellblazer level.
Her
of,
soul should belong to a demon. She spoiled The Sopranos for Wong.
that's fair.
Wonger's got the
She
episode
definitely
ruined.
I mean,
made,
that counter argument to that. The
Dude.
show's 20 years old.
Mephisto watch. That is a Mephistian deal. If I've ever seen one.
The
Just
goat
I
god?
just want to be like Burb Hatch Holy 23. Like, yeah, right. It's like the
I was literally-
Constitution. That's on either ear.
I was literally thinking in my head, like, there's no way she's older than like 23, 24. Right?
Oh, I think she's actually. How old's the actress?
The actress, her name was something Guggenheim.
I would assume that she was far closer to.
Patty Guggenheim.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's in her 40s, but okay.
I don't think so.
Now, did they ever in the comics ever call Mephisto Jake? Because that's what the demon was named here. Is Jake like an alias?
No, that's not a thing. Rake wouldn't make sense, but no. No Jakes. Jake from State Farm.
It could have been him.
Did you find anything, Jeff?
She's been doing some stuff since like
How
2008.
old is she?
I can't find a Wikipedia page, but she has an IMDb page.
She's ageless.
have her name?
She won't
age on
die.
Well,
Immortal, unlike
this
the
is
queen.
fascinating. To be so, Jeffrey, what's your call on this?
Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
We are 3 thumbs up.
We are 3 thumbs
Yes,
up.
we are.
I'm a big fucking fan of.
We're horn dogs, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
we like the Tinder episode. We like
I mean,
that.
this is objectively the horniest episode, I guess.
This is
Maybe.
definitely the horniest episode.
I feel like Wong, you're banging now, right?
No.
Dude, she really just laid into like 6 Soprano spoilers, like heavy fire. Like if you ever plan on watching that show,
Yeah.
like you are done. If you like,
There's like one of the
Absolutely.
dudes,
So
one of the
bad.
dudes online making YouTube videos about how much he fucking hates She-Hulk. Also, is watching The Sopranos currently, and that just put the final nail in the coffin.
Oh, good. Fuck that guy.
oh
Don't
yeah,
even know
I
him.
think they were actively going after bros. Who were like, duh, what? What do you mean, bro?
It also it really solidified Madison as being this amazingly just adorable character, just having all the Sopranos knowledge off the top of her head. Because like, of course she does, right? And I mean, and when Wong was like, "Where are you from? What's your address?" and she was like, "Well, originally I'm from Fort Lauderdale," and I was like, "No fucking shit, you are. You're the fucking picture of a Florida woman."
So what I was thinking the entire time through the episode is all of our complaints on the last 2 episodes have been the jokes don't really punch. They're not delivered correctly. Like they're good, but they're not there.
It felt a little awkward.
This is the episode so far that it has like its problems with like you're right about like the legal stuff, but also they're not really
It's
going for that.
superhuman court. I'm willing to give it a pass, but it's still
but
weird.
It's a slapstick.
Yeah,
it's
that's
honestly a slapstick comedy that breaks the fourth wall. I don't care what rules they break.
I agree. I was just saying
that's the whole premise of She-Hulk is that.
yes. I thought that this was the best one, and it's the one that actually landed probably a majority of the jokes they were going for, like the real
Right.
good ones.
And surprisingly, in jokes, like I did not feel like Madison would be funny. Like immediately, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And this actress just really kills it. I thought it was just like she killed me with wongers, like wongers. Like,
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
I mean, and we're gonna call him that for everything that he appears in from now on. Like
And-
Doctor Strange 3, it's just Wongers.
it's just he's just wongers.
If Wongers
now.
makes an appearance, like
Dude,
if someone
he
calls him
is
Wongers in Doctor
literally-
Strange 3,
She is.
I can see Benedict
I'm
Cumberbatch
calling it
going
now.
for
She has solidified that. Seal it.
yeah.
Mint it.
If Wong
Absolutely.
ever dies, we're all just gonna be like, "Oh, Wongers."
100%.
God save the Wongers,
Is his
man.
real name Wong in real life?
Benedict Wong is his name.
Yeah, his
Right.
real name is
now
Wong.
his real name is Wongers.
Oh my God.
Like that just happened
Mm-hmm.
today because of that performance. So that
I'm sure nobody in his entire life has
that
ever said
really
Wongers.
raises. So we're at episode 4, right?
Yep.
I get. How did you guys grade last week when I wasn't here?
And
ratings dropped.
I think I gave it a B.
I think we were all on a B train. I think that you sent in a message that was also B.
You
I
did.
think we
You-
all agreed on B.
You had texted me your opinions on it, and I had relayed those to the podcast audience.
Yeah, I don't feel like you said all of them. I'm pretty sure.
I
I was confident you didn't share all the thoughts.
I read the whole text
You did
word
not.
for
What about the
word.
prayers?
You did not. I recall. Well, listen, I would have done.
What about the prayers?
But
Also, you gave it a
Thoughts
B
and
as
prayers.
well.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I believe it was a B minus. I gave it.
You
Well,
your text says a B. It's middling.
I don't think so. I think it's a B minus. Anyhow,
Oh my God, it's changing in my phone.
I wasn't here, and that means it's my fault, not yours.
Why'd you wink after that?
Troy, can you just take a look at that for the court?
Uh,
Does it say B or B minus?
The episode is a thumbs down. I think that me, 2. What? I think that makes me 2 up, 1 down, or reverse. Either way, I'm giving this a B. Jesus Christ, how come I can't read that? I'm not gonna continue.
All right, let me try to give it a read.
No, because you're gonna edit.
No, I'll read my version then.
Yeah.
Hey, it's right here.
So this show is still doing well. It's not like the best thing on television, but like I do enjoy every
Like House of the Dragon.
Yes, but I do enjoy when Troy comes over. We sit down and we watch She-Hulk together. Like it's a really good show for just sitting and watching with your
Like,
buddies.
hey, it gives us a reason to see one another.
Well, yes.
No,
but
I mean, are we not liking these performances? This is great stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, this is
it
good
is.
stuff. I do like. It's another thing, like where I feel like in WandaVision, where we're getting all these like nice little character moments that are gonna build our caring, and I think that like that's one thing that's like we forgot had to happen is that like we thought we had like of course all these side characters that have been in the movies for a while, like Falcon, Winter Soldier, all those guys, and WandaVision and all that stuff. And we think like, oh, now it's their turn. Just go. And it's like, no, we haven't really done full things, individual movies with them. We haven't spent enough time with them. We haven't like built this thing for them to rip away from us. And I honestly do think they're gonna go there to some levels at some point. I think Feige's smart enough to know that like.
Yeah, maybe not this show, but She-Hulk will be around.
He knows that, like, whatever criticism he's faced, he walks around too confidently to not know that he's just like,
yeah,
I'm gonna fuck.
I feel like all the guys online are like, "Oh, She-Hulk sucks. Let me just get on my computer real quick and yell about it." And Feige's like,
to be
"Dude,
fair, they do that about everything.
Why would they not replicate the formula, which they clearly are, of you're gonna fucking we get to have the bad ending, the sad, incredible, everybody loses, what the fuck did you just do? Almost alternate universe ending, followed a year by, all right, we'll give you closure to all that.
Exactly.
They were gonna do that in perpetuity, but they're doing in the long run the right thing by just like building these moments, and like and these things are if they keep endearing me to characters, I'm good with that, and that's what they're really seemingly going for. Like with Hawkeye and stuff like that, it was a little too much for me. For like what I wanted some more serious. I wanted less humor in those, and that was like a distinct thing. But maybe Disney Plus is going to go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is like a direct sitcom comedy, so it feels more in place when they go for like the real goofy.
I'm hoping that when they see Daredevil or something like that,
which should be coming soon.
We have characters that refuse to kind of give in to the slapstick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like ones that are just like infinitely like, you know, like Batman in the daylight. Like,
yep.
You know, like just, I need to take this seriously. Do you always see that voice? Like, I can see her like commenting and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got on the flip side on HBO Max for now at least. You have Harley Quinn with Batman in it, and it's a whole comedy. And then he shows up and does Batman things.
Oh, I gotta catch up.
He shows up and does Batman things, but is also like a funny Batman. Not
sure.
because he's making
it's
jokes.
not the
but
perfect example, but
I'm sorry, but this might be on topic, off topic. But like, Marvel stole Superman.
Yeah, Henry
today.
Cavill cast in Marvel movies.
they never
allegedly.
but they didn't get the Flash.
And they got cake.
They did get cake.
Giancarlo Esposito.
They got cake.
That's all official,
Marvel
right?
cake. All apparently official. They got Denzel.
Bruh. They got a lot of really
but
good
they
actors.
didn't get Ezra. So who really wins?
The judges? That guy needs
Ezra Miller needs help.
He is a man who is
person.
Yeah, Ezra Miller is
my
actually there,
gosh.
but you know, it's...
Ezra Miller is there.
I am sorry that
No.
annoying.
You're fine. Ezra
I'm
Miller's
thinking of his character in The Flash.
Barry Allen. Yes,
Barry Allen.
he needs help.
But
He's
Ezra,
controlled the
Barry,
Speed Force.
he needs help catching
But
the Reverse Flash.
But Ezra,
Is that the enemy in the Flash?
Yeah.
they
Well, I don't know
are
if it's in the
not,
show- in
they
the
are
movie,
not well,
yes.
and they are backed by an entire studio that is desperate and unwilling to give up on this. And they are literally testing this entire situation and they are crying for some kind of help, and they are not getting it, and they are, I believe, very fucked.
Oh yeah.
You don't say. Warner Brothers. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing with the Flash, but I also don't care anymore.
I think the Warner Brothers may be fucked if they don't figure out their shit.
Well, they did figure out their shit. Cancel all of it.
I think Warner as a whole is probably fine. They have enough liquid capital to keep themselves afloat, even if it's just a bare bones company for
Yeah, they
fucking
just did
decades.
a merger. They have infinite money, but they fucked over everybody who wants to work with them, though, which has to go a long way eventually.
I think because the new head, now that the merger happened, he made his fortune with reality TV, and HBO Max famously had almost none of that. And he was like, well, we need more reality TV. Fuck all this other shit. It's not making money, but like it was making money.
Also,
So I'm wondering if he's going to try to tank HBO Max on purpose to try to sell it off to Disney or NBC or whatever and do something else with it. I don't even fucking know,
also
man.
to slightly tie it in back to She-Hulk in a way, all the same people who are like really, really shitting on She-Hulk for like, there's justifiable reasons to do it, and they've picked all the wrong ones.
Yeah. No shit. It's the fucking
those
internet.
same people love Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I know.
Did you hear that the executives during all this stuff, they were like, we really regret doing Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I didn't hear that, but it makes me happy. I have not seen Snyder's director's cut of Justice League. I don't have 4 hours to kill.
I was trying to say,
Dear Lord.
it might be off of HBO Max soon. I don't know what actually came out of me.
What came out of you was...
I mean, we're going to slow it down and play it backwards on records now.
I don't know
put
if
it on
you
the-
should,
put it
because
on the back of
it'll
AC/DC
probably
and
be
Led Zeppelin and
it'll
stuff.
be a demonic message.
Yeah, it's going to raise.
I'll summon some demons.
Speaking of demons,
Okay, do you
Jeff,
want to talk about this damn
yeah, I was
episode?
gonna say-
We're more meandering than Deadpool.
We're only
in-
15 minutes in. 17, whatever.
Dear
fine.
Lord.
you said before that you want this to be a quick
I
one.
do, I really do. But there's just not like this episode showed Jen trying to date online with a Tinder lookalike, and it didn't work for Jen.
They
but it's
did
working.
say Tinder, right?
They said Matcher,
Oh.
Yeah, it's a fake one.
but it's all like flame based, which is Tinder's like
Okay.
whole like logo.
No,
and
I
shit.
wanted to see if they were actually being sponsored by Tinder. Nah, that's
No.
all I thought. That's all I was wondering. Go
fake
on.
fake
Go on.
Tinder. But Jen wasn't having any success on Tinder, so she tries it as She-Hulk, and sure enough, She-Hulk gets fucking matches, and it's awesome until she wakes up in the morning with the dude, and she's just Jen, and the dude's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go." And it's like, all right, cool. And she even has the fourth wall break where she's like, "That's not gonna destroy Jen's self-confidence or nothing." Like it's
So what do we think of these guys that we are consistently seeing that are absolute caricatures of pretty douchey, ignorant men
I
that
feel
we're
like
seeing repeatedly in the text? And I'm wondering, like, honestly, because I think obviously there is that I'll go with like reaction to be like, all right, these guys are like complete caricatures and ridiculous, and I'll stop there. And say, like, do you all have that same feeling?
If this was in any
not?
other city besides L.A., I'd be like, what's going on? But because it's L.A., I'm like, all right, L.A.'s full of famously fake plastic people. I imagine that's probably what Jen's going to get, at least on a first go-around with dating people.
I feel like I like it when it's like side characters that might not ever show up again. The lawyer guy still has not gotten any points for me. I think he's still lame and boring.
Pug?
No, not the pug. They're
Dombrowski?
yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking stupid. The one who thought
Yeah,
he was dating Megan Thee Stallion.
because he's also he's a character, like he's a main character, not main character, but like a pretty big
He's a side character.
Yeah. So like
He had a whole B plot.
I would I guess, but like I
a she plot.
yeah ooh
Nah, it's probably
A Megan Thee plot.
Right. Ooh. Okay. So that are they? So that's what I'm saying. Does it seem it doesn't? I believe Jeffrey, you're saying that it's not over the top, or like you're saying like maybe that is you see that you get on a Tinder date the first things.
I mean, honestly,
in LA.
as a guy who was on Tinder for a length of time, yeah, that's a lot of people. Sure, there you go.
Sounds right.
That is how a lot of people kind of are on Tinder. A lot of people are kind of shallow at first glance, and it's also L.A., famously shallow city. I believe it. It's a little over the top, but it's also a sitcom, so I gave it some leeway to play with there. And really, we only saw like 5 or 6 guys like on screen talking to her. So like
Right.
it's not outside the realm of possibility that she's going to like talk to 5 or 6 different dudes that are completely assholes. Also, what do you think of that fucking nerdy guy that called her a specimen and was inquiring about piercing her skin? Do you think he's the guy who sponsored the Wrecking Crew?
Okay, so this is like the main guy I'm talking about, right? Isn't this the guy that's like kind of on his phone where she's telling him all the stuff?
No.
That,
After
No,
she does
a
the
little bit
profile as She-Hulk, one of the dates that she goes on is a guy asking her about her powers, and then he says like,
I was
Indestructible
wondering
skin,
about
what
that.
about
I thought
vibranium?
he was fishing for like her
Yes.
power levels. You're right, I agree.
and then he asks like about her skin and how tough it is.
Yeah, they probably work for Kingpin or some shit.
Yeah, and she's just like, nothing on earth can really pierce my skin, I think. And he was like, what about vibranium? Like, dead serious. And she was like, I don't know. Do you have some on you? Do you want to try it out? Ha ha ha. And he's like, you're what a magnificent specimen you are. And she's just like, did you just call me a
That
specimen?
makes perfect sense. That's actually a great pull. That's a tepid pull.
Thank you.
A rare tepid pull from our podcast.
That guy's definitely in on the Wrecking Crew nonsense, right?
That makes sense. That makes sense that they're in. It's some kind of like testing to them. It makes sense that like, well, they're in L.A. Would that make sense for Fisk? Is he relocating there? So that maybe
I
doesn't
don't
suit there.
know if it's Fisk,
But
if it is
bad
Fisk,
But you got shot in the head.
Bad alien tech definitely sounds like Justin Hammer, and he sounds like L.A.
ooh,
I would love
oh shit.
if he came back because
So-
he is the absolute best. You
Pause
understand
real
who that
quick.
is?
That's the thing. I have no idea what you just said. Who is Justin Hammer?
Justin Hammer. I read too. It's what's his face?
He's the bad guy in Iron Man 2. Who plays him? What's his name?
Do a quick search.
Oh, that's why I have computer.
It's what's his face?
I got it, Troy. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
He
I
is
didn't say anything.
hilarious. He did a scene with
Sam Rockwell plays
Sam
him.
Rockwell.
Yes.
Such a good actor.
I knew it had an S.
So funny. And I just watched Galaxy Quest recently. Great
Mhm.
flick. Great flick.
He's a villainous entrepreneur, typical
Cool.
advisory
What's wrong with you guys?
adversary of Iron Man. First appearance in March 1979.
He's the best part of Iron Man 2, honestly.
Yes.
He's like basically like a wannabe Tony Stark. He's like super glam rock. He's the one who like breaks the guy. It's just like he's just an idiot, and
he hasn't done
all his
anything in a
tech
long time.
sucks. All his tech sucks, and he's the classic like maybe guy. And since they're like amping up like Iron, are
They
they
did
still doing
Blonsky.
Iron? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued because like all this stuff is neat and mildly interesting, but the Wong stuff was, and the magician. So this magician that is in this episode is, if anybody watched the super woke show Entourage on HBO,
I did not.
Nope.
it's a very enlightened woke. Maybe kind of like pseudo documentary of like Hollywood behind the scenes,
Mhm.
and like
I can't sense any
and, like,
sarcasm in this, I don't think.
like none at all.
Uh-huh.
Starring like some. It's like based on Marky Mark's life, I
Oh.
believe. So it's
If you hear any noises, the window is open and my neighbors are being dicks. Continue, guys.
yeah. That was Marky Mark right there. So he just drove by.
Oh man, I should go track him down, get
With
some Wahlburgers.
with the Yakuza, which you
Whoa.
see how ironic because of his past.
Jesus Christ. Guys, can I ask you a question about this episode?
Yeah.
Why didn't Wong just take fucking Blaze Boy's sling ring away from him?
Wongers,
Wonger!
That's not an
Wongers.
answer.
Wongers.
That's
It's so Wongers though.
Donnie Blaze is sitting
ask
there with a sling ring making stuff, and I'm just like, Wong, just take the fucking sling ring back. You had no problem taking it from fucking Doctor Strange.
Is this supposed to be incredibly close to Johnny Blaze? Is there any
No.
sort of connection there at all?
There is no connection whatsoever. I've already Googled this.
Okay.
There's no connection whatsoever. He's just, because everything that you do with a
No,
sling
it was
ring
just
looks like
ridiculous.
embers and
Yeah.
flames.
By the way, his two flunkies, his first flunky and then the lawyer flunky, they're all fucking magicians and doing
Yes.
shit in the courtroom. They're pulling things. All their
when-
magic is shit.
when Jen
There's
goes-
one part where he's just, the one guy, his original is just like, waving a thing in the air like
It's a string.
It's a string. He's
because
like,
he had a knot. And
yeah,
then a no knot.
and it's like I'm pretty sure like the first like a trick that comes in like a basic magic set. It's just like he's just doing that.
So I will tell you,
I don't know what it is, but it's like a very, and he's just doing it like they're all just do magic things. And
When Jen goes, oh my God, they're all magicians. That's when I was like, I think the show's funny again.
That was funny.
I'm
I
a big
enjoyed
lover of magic. I've got a signed picture of Penn and Teller on my wall in my bedroom. When this happened, I was like, "Yay, magic!" And then I was like, "Wait, none of them are good at magic. Like, I know like the basicest basic magic, and I know how that fucking rope trick works. Like, oh God, it's so fucking stupid, so fucking stupid.
He's still make
And the fucking
anyway, that guy
handkerchiefs
was
coming
on
out of the
Oscar.
guy's sleeve, like,
Yeah,
they're just
great.
up your sleeve. That's not, clever. They're supposed to come out of your
No,
mouth.
it was like vaudeville.
I know.
Almost.
It was funny magic. It wasn't real magic. And and on one hand I was like, that's not magic. But on the other hand I was like, that's funny.
Well,
You were
I
also
think
like, that's the point.
in this
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
I do think they are nailing the hyper spastic realism of She-Hulk. It's nothing you're supposed to really consider canon.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I find it hard pressed if we're not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe we're supposed to assume that this stuff counts.
Yeah.
So there's where I see the difference. It's like where if we, it was canon in the sense that like as a true Marvel fan in the 80s or so, you'd be like, oh, technically, Punisher was represented by She-Hulk.
Yeah,
He explained how he liked it anyway, and then he broke out and whatever. That happened. And it's like, yeah, not really though. You're not going to refer to that story. That wasn't what you were. So now they're telling these stories, and it's like, so the question remains like, does it matter if it's, hey, yeah, that thing you saw did happen. You saw it through like a spastic bubble.
Yeah.
Kind of
It
perspective.
happened much less zany than that.
Like if we see She-Hulk again in like the MCU proper in like a movie in theaters, do you think she's gonna turn to the camera and break the fourth wall?
If She-Hulk's ever in a movie, she'll probably do it like once as like a gag, maybe
You think?
twice. I think that'll happen.
They won't do it like as often as Deadpool did in the movies.
No, because if she ever shows up in a movie, I don't think it's gonna be her movie. Probably.
No, it'd be like an assembly movie.
So
Assemble, whatever.
She might.
Ensemble.
She might.
Thank you.
I don't believe that in most cases she can carried over that ability to other books, which would go in line with what they probably want to do, which is just really.
It'd be great. What if in somebody else's movie, like an Avengers or something like that, you see her just like kind of look off, nod at the camera, and start talking at nothing, and like other characters like. And maybe they don't even draw attention to it. They just keep going, and she's talking to a different camera that's not the main camera.
It feels like to me that they can very easily and I think adeptly institute this whole fourth wall breaking into the narrative very easily by just saying what they alluded to in the first episode, which is that she didn't get a split personality. Bullshit. She talks to the fucking screen now. Like she has some kind of disassociation. That is what it's doing. Now, it's just kind of like a coping mechanism, just like Hulk Banner dichotomy was a coping mechanism that he had. She has this thing that other people are noticing to some degree, and she has to kind of put to a side. So that's her thing. I could see like the idea being that like by the end of maybe this season, she's beyond that. Then we see the movies. Maybe she makes some appearances. She's over that shit. She's serious. She's doing this. She's becoming an Avenger, doing whatever. By the time we get a season 2 of if we do, it's like, well, I've been dealing with the aftermath of blank, and now I'm really feeling this has started up again. Like, and you just do that every season. Like, she's dealing with the aftermath of a real thing, and this disassociation starts happening, and that's how you get She-Hulk.
What an educated way to look at this.
Like, I could see, like, it's just, like, that's her thing that she keeps dealing with, and that's what each season's arc is like, what does she have to get through, what long arc to, like, get over the last battle, and you could always just have your side little stories in She-Hulk, and I think it is a great platform for it. This, by far, to me, feels like the most likely show to ironically have the ability to do like weekly stuff and like be just kind of regular fare, and I think it's best suited for it. The problem is that it's like the most basic stuff, and you have to do all this fucking CGI, and it's like I don't know how that works, but I guess it's how
I don't know how that's profitable, but I mean it's also Disney Plus. Everything is just write a blank check.
This is where it becomes really interesting because it's to say like if they get feedback to say like a ton of feedback to say like my kids need to have Disney Plus, I need to have She-Hulk, my girls need She-Hulk, like that's one thing. Then they're all in, whatever.
Sure,
but if they're just like get a lot of bro flack, it's kind of middling show. I don't know that it comes back. I don't know what they do with it.
I mean, I don't bet on any of these Marvel shows having a second season. They all kind of feel like a season of introducing you to a character.
Loki has one, right?
Loki,
will have one?
I believe they announced
filming.
They announced a second season. But that one feels different because Loki's been in the movies and now he's not. And all the other shows feel like they were like a bridge between projects, like WandaVision, or an introduction to a new character.
Loki
like
seems
She-Hulk
also
and Hawkeye.
the most directly impactful to the universe, at least post Wanda.
Yeah.
I'm doing air quotes because it's audio only. Death.
Loki would love that you said that.
Also,
I'm glad.
Loki.
What about Tom Hiddleston? Can I get on Tom Hiddleston's good side?
Listen, Tom Hiddleston is a fictional character.
Oh fuck.
Also, the Loki show
How long have you known?
for all intents and purposes,
His name is Loki.
it exists in a different universe, kinda. It exists like outside of time.
Are we just gonna gloss over that Tom Hiddleston's not real?
Yes.
Okay, I guess. All right, let's do this
But
fucking podcast. I
I
guess.
just want to finish my fucking thought. Loki exists outside of regular timelines and space, so him having a second season doesn't really affect anything.
Yeah, it's like
But, like-
Guardians, early Guardians stuff.
But like giving any of these other like new characters, like the new Hawkeye, the new Black Widow, or She-Hulk, any of their own like
They're
things,
in New York.
that's not relevant.
We're in L.A. in She-Hulk.
yeah, they don't really
That's
cross
not
over.
relevant at
How
all.
is that different than like space?
Yeah,
I
They're
can't
basically
see
different
it from
planets.
here.
They're still in the timeline. I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I'm being way serious.
No, Loki is.
They're
out-
literally not. They're like 3 hours ahead or behind or some
Yeah,
shit.
time zones, man.
Dude, you're way off here.
Fuck you, D.
Had to get that in, didn't you?
Maybe fucking slip up.
Listen, it's not as easy as I make it look to be right all the time.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Troy, do you have anything else you want to add about this episode before I bring this train wreck to a crashing halt?
No,
I
thought
like
it
when
was-
she picks her man up,
Mhm.
and takes him in the room like a rag doll, uses him as he fumbles away awkwardly in the morning, clearly abused.
Oh,
What do we think of this? Did she take advantage?
You've
of him?
made She-Hulk a very
She-
dark
she-
show.
She definitely manhandled him, carried him to the room.
She-Hulk handled him.
Wow, loved it.
Thank you.
Absolutely loved it. Still laughing inside.
God damn, I fucking hate you.
It's really
Troy,
funny.
can we do the podcast without D from now on? No.
I've been
What?
saying this for years.
I can't do House of the Dragon by myself.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Troy, I need you to watch House of the Dragon. My fucking sanity depends on it. I need to, like, lance...
He's gonna shulk out.
I need to lance D like a boil on my ass.
You would get that reference if you watched House of the Dragon.
That was it. You know what? I'm just calling it. Coach, we're done.
Did you like the fight scene
What
with
is that
the
thing
demons?
you're doing with your hands?
Do you not know what this means?
What is that?
It's oh my god, you're such an asshole.
God, this is so good for audio
What are
only.
you doing?
This is timeout in football. Everyone knows that. It's a T.
What?
You make a T with your hands. You call it
That's
timeout.
how you call timeout.
How is this a
Yeah.
podcast?
You don't go like this.
No, you don't cut someone's head off.
What? Cut someone's. That's
Why are
like
we doing
time
hand
out.
motions?
Like cut the time.
Why are we doing
Cut the
hand
time.
motions?
Visual gags are great.
Do you
for
know
that.
how many people I said this? What do you mean
Hey.
it means cut their head off?
Hey, watch this. Hey, watch this. I pulled my whole finger off. It's wild.
Whoa!
It's magic, just like this
finger
episode.
across the neck means what? I said that to nuns.
that was it. Links are in the description. Click on them if you want. We're done.
I
Goodbye.
guess there wasn't a demon fight.
Oh shit, the demon fight.
No,
yeah.
don't worry. It's
It was fine. It was demons. Fucking who cares? They were little gremlin things, and she threw them in a fucking sling ring
all
portal.
right, that's good enough. Hit the outro.
Thanks.
Worst episode ever.
This was the episode I liked the most.
Fuck you, Jeff.